Good morning and welcome to Hindlip Farm, Worcester for the 2005 British Championship. The top 250 riders, 350 riders, 500 sidecars and the spectacular 1000cc left-hand side sidecars will do battle on this Hindlip track for the prestigious crown of being British champion in 2005. Tremendous days racing in prospect. The rain over the last couple of days plus a little bit of water in this morning has left the track in what should be superb conditions. An ultra quick track here at Worcester. We're on the big track for this big meeting. Whole host of great talent. Just to my left is Jason Handley, who's had tremendous difficulty in fact getting into the meeting. Multi-British champion. Paul Cooper, runner-up last year, former winners here. Lewis Denham, the reigning champion. The two Taylor boys, always very, very competitive in the 350 class. In the 250s, what a mouth-watering start to the meeting. Heat 1, David Knowles, Adam Shipp with Lee Street clash in the opening race. The 500 sidecars with Leicester Goodwin back in contention and the ultra-spectacular left-hand sidecars. It promises to be a cracking day's racing. It's always one of the tightest competitions of the whole season. And great credit must go to the Worcester Club, a new club only formed in 2001, already honoured by staging such a prestigious meeting in just their 4th season. The track looks superb, it's just been lightly watered, just getting ready for practice. We'll see if we can find a talk to for some interviews before the start of what should be a spectacular meeting. Jason Handley with me now. Jason, multi-350 champion. It's been eventful if you even get in the meeting at all, a lone ride today, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Last year I had a bad meeting at me 350, kept breaking down and I didn't get enough points, but luckily a few has dropped out and I've managed to get in at the last minute. You
haven't ridden this Worcester track too many times, so you'll obviously be needing the practice to weigh the track up a little bit.
Yeah, I've been here once before, so I shouldn't be too bad. I think it could be slick today, so I'll struggle a bit, but we're trying my best.
That's one of your problems, you can't gate, but the crowd love that. It does make for such spectacular racing when you're coming through from the back.
Yeah, that's it. It makes it more fun really, but makes it hard work a day like today.
Very busy weekend last weekend, like me. Collier Street Saturday, Liverpool on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a really good meeting on Saturday night. I enjoyed it. One of the best meetings, one of the most enjoyable meetings I've ever been to, I think. It was a really good show put on. I had a bit of a bad night, but I still enjoyed it.
And Liverpool was shaping up very nicely till we had that terrible electric storm.
Yes, it was a good meeting that until I got hit by lightning at the top of my van.
So all in all, a very eventful weekend.
Yeah, fairly good weekend, yeah.
Now obviously, it'll be a lot of people's favourites today. What realistically will you be happy with? You obviously want to win the meeting, but you're looking for at least a podium place today?
Yeah, well, I'd like to be in the top 3, obviously, but I'd like to win it as well. But as long as I can walk home, I'm not bothered, really.
Quick piece of laying down at Collier Street. Left you a little bit of skin off a tender part. Is that healed up for this week?
No, it's still sticky. It's still sticking to my leathers, but it won't hurt once I start racing. I'll never feel it.
Thanks, Al Lewis. Very best of luck today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. One of the anti-post favourites, Neil Taylor. Neil, just watching the first practice, how does it look out there?
Yeah, it looks okay. I mean, it's a bit of water's holding on the top, but you need that to soak in throughout the day. I mean, it should be good. There's some good blokes here today. Just hoping for some good run of the heats and get ourselves into the final and give it a go.
A lot does depend who you meet in the heats, because the points carrying right through again. Some riders get a harder draw than others, and it does make a vast difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it can be won or lost on the first. If you're here to win it, which most of us are, if we were honest, then it can all be over in the first heat. If you have a bad run or you have a failure, a misfire or something silly happen, it can all be over. But you just got to keep trying to put it to the back of your mind and get out for the next one and just try and do the best out of a bad situation, really.
Interesting, they've moved the track slightly. That wet patch that's always here all the time, they've just moved it out, and that's got to be good, hasn't it?
Yeah, it will be good. I mean, the only slight disadvantage to that is that on the run to the outside, it's going to make it a bit tight coming out the corner for some lads. Even before, when they had it a bit wider, there was people going on the outside, so it'll be interesting to see what the officials do about the markers throughout the day there.
Interesting, only 8 in a race, so it will give you just a little bit more room, because we've had 10 and as many as 12, but with 8 on, just gives a little bit of extra leeway, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a difficult day, and if there's some good blokes in the heat, you want some room to have some good racing for the public as well as the safety for the riders. You have 12 on the line and you've got 4 or 5 or even 6 good blokes in the heat, and you're all going for the same bit of grass. It's to make it a better day, and all the good guys get to the final, and we'll have a good final. That's.
I mean, basically, you lads in the 350s, 250s. This is your world final today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big day. Everybody wants to try and get hold of that trophy and do the business. We put a lot of work in, a lot of expense throughout the year, and we want to have a good day and get home safely. And
Rain Thursday, Friday, nice bit of sunshine, not quite so hot. Conditions should be absolutely perfect, shouldn't they?
Yeah, it should be good. I mean, that bit of water that's on the ground at the moment, if that soaks in and goes away and they don't have to water all day, I mean, that would be good, brilliant. Be superb.
Thanks, Adam Willis. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
Shaun Harvey, Danny Hogg, reigning 500 sidecar champions. Lad, you've just been out to practice. How did it go?
The track feels really good at the moment. Hopefully we'll have a good day on it.
I think it's your first appearance here at Worcester, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah, for myself. Danny's rode here with Raz a few times, but the first one for myself.
And you were pretty impressed with the practice out there?
Absolutely, yeah, superb, yeah.
Danny, how did you find it out there?
Yeah, it's probably the best it's been for me. I've rode here once when it was wet and slippery, and me and Raz crashed in practice and couldn't ride no longer. The second time was really hard and slick, a bit like Good Easter is, and we had a good day. I think we won it, so hopefully we can have another good day here.
I think the fact that it's rained the last couple of days, because the rain is so much better than the water and it just naturally goes in, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think they had to spike the bottom corner or something to get the water in because they had a few puddles there, but it seems to, I mean, the track's really fairly grippy, really, surprising.
Danny, you'll probably have noticed they've had to alter this top corner slightly because of the pond there. Is it making much difference to the racing line?
No, not really. As Shaun said, he's never raced here before anyway, so some blokes have got a disadvantage because they've rode here and they try and other lines, but Shaun's just gone for it and he's capable enough to go out there and hopefully win it against Day.
It does make it just a little bit narrow on this top corner, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Did you not notice when you're out there?
Not really. I mean, we tried a couple of different lines and they seemed okay. I mean, the track's good for overtaking as well, so it should be a good day.
Where's the main opposition going to come from today?
I think there's a good 5 or 6 people this year. You know, last year we had it plain sailing really. We was very lucky and we had a good engine off of William Mathison, and well, he's done our engines again for this year as well. So hopefully they perform, and we're, you know, opposition wise, you've got to be Leicester, Mike Reed, you've got Nick Radley, you got a few of them. I think they're all going to give us a good time.
It's nice to have a meeting in the Midlands and so close to the motorway. Makes it so easy for everybody, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it's a long old run for us, but yeah, no, it's superb location, yeah.
I think it's a meeting that does need a good meeting today. That we have had good championships, we've also had 1 or 2 dodgy ones, and it's a go-ahead club here, and it really does need a good final today, doesn't it, in all classes?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think they're going to see a good day today.
Thanks, Adam Willis. Very best of luck.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The man very much on form, Matt Etherington, with me now. Matt, 2 lots of practice. First practice, bike seemed to be misfiring. Second practice, all went well. You looked a different rider.
Yeah, it was first practice was this new engine we've got, and it just ain't working for us. It just don't rev, don't work. So we went out on my good old standard bike, and it just flies. Can't believe it, you know.
We don't see you too much here at Worcester. Was the track you liking out there with practice?
Yeah, I mean, I'd just get out there on any track and give it a go, but no, I quite like it out there, to be honest with you. It's a little bit slimy to begin with now, but I think it'll be good later.
And with all points scoring and going straight through the final, it's imperative you can't afford one bad heat today, can you?
No, it's like every heat is our final, innit? So I'll just go out there and give it what I've been giving it the last couple of weeks, so yeah, I'm going to enjoy it.
What's the secret of success these last 6 meetings? You've won them all. What suddenly changed? You're suddenly flying?
I don't know, lots of bananas and lots of Red Bull and that, but no, just I'm on my bikes all week, every night in the workshop, so I mean they all look good, so it makes me.
Some quick boys here today. It's going to be hard, isn't it?
Yeah, Paul Cooper and all them like Lewis and Jamie Rogers, so I mean I'll just go out there and go out and beat them, and that'll be good.
Everybody wants to win, but if you can't win, realistically, what position would you be happy with today?
Well, last year I was joined 8th in the final with Dave Mears, but he went through due to he had a heat win, so getting the final, you know, that'd be nice just to reach the final, and then, well, just see where we come.
And basically for you lads, this is your world final today, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. If I win it today, I'll be well happy. Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, Sam Willis. Very best luck today.
Oh, cheers.
Thanks. Busy watching the practice. Terry Nicholas and his passenger. Terry, your first appearance at Worcester.
Yeah, track's a bit wet, mine at the moment, but hopefully it'll dry up, you know, and get a bit of grip out there.
Very difficult because we haven't had the rain here that they've had in other parts. They left the water in late, hoping there'll be some more rain, but it should work its way through and produce a good racing surface.
Well, yeah, let's hope so, you know. It's good to have good close racing. And
I think probably all of the fans up in Worcester, this can be the first appearance of seeing the left-handers. They certainly do add something to a meeting, don't they?
Oh yeah, I still think they're one of the best classes, obviously, because I'm riding in it. But yeah, it should produce some good racing today. It's a nice track. If it dries up a bit now, it'll be nice and quick, and hopefully we'll come home with a win.
It's a bit of a shame, Terry. You never seem to get the recognition that you lads deserve. You do add something to a meeting, but apart from down in Kent, nobody seems to want to know about the left-handers until it comes to the British Championship, do they?
No, yeah, the left-handers seem to die down a bit, like they're building back up now. So hopefully we can get the crowd back to watch them. And do you know what I mean?
Long journey up here to race at Worcester today?
No, it was quite close to us today. It's only 3 hours. Usually go down to Kent, takes us 6 hours, something like that.
And of course, it's so handy to the motorway here, isn't it?
That's it, yeah, all the way.
Realistically, what are you looking for today? Podium finish?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. First place, hopefully.
Thanks, Adam Willis. Best luck today.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Cheers.
One of the top 250 men here with me now, Lee Street. Lee, you've been out to practice. How did it go out there?
It's great. Yeah, it's a little bit muddy, but yeah, it's real good fun actually.
I don't know if you've looked at the first race. You're in it along with Adam Shipp and David Knowles.
I hadn't looked at it, but now you told me, I'm a bit nervous now.
Because of course, with this system, with everything counting, you've got to score and score well in every round, haven't you?
It can work both ways. I mean, you can get in there and have a good first race and take a few points off them, but then you can have not such a good heat and then you're behind already. So, yeah, I mean, you've got to beat them all on the day, so whenever they come, they come.
Now, last year they changed it back to a sudden death final for the first time. They're back to the old format today. Now, you've been riding this class a long time. Which one do you prefer?
In all honesty, if I've got a bike that's reliable, I prefer this system. But then if you're having troubles with your bike, you can spend all day setting your bike up for the final. So, yeah, I prefer this system.
Now I know you've ridden this Worcester track before, so you do know a little bit about it.
I haven't ridden here for maybe 7 years, but I've never ridden it when it's this wet. But the thing is, you get behind with it being this wet, it's going to be hard pulling tear-offs and that. But it's a good track, you'll be able to race on it, definitely.
Well, the problem was, as I said previously, we haven't had so much rain here as other parts. They were relying on the rain, not enough came, so of course they've had to water late. But with the sun and the racing, it should quickly clear, shouldn't it?
I think so. I think it'll settle down come the second lot of heats, and then you see some good racing.
Track just a little bit narrow because the wet patch on the top corner. Is that going to affect any lines, do you think?
Coming out this turn, it's there's plenty of room passing coming in, but coming out, I think it's going to be a bit of a one-line track for a while. But as soon as the dirt starts moving out, there'll soon be a few more lines. Any adjustment to the bikes after practice? I'll put one tooth on the sprocket, and apart from that, I won't change it. It's ideal at the moment. Thanks, Adam Willis. Best of luck. Cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers.
Graham Hilton out of retirement and determined to win today.
Well, I thought I would. We've been going well. Done one meeting this year and one net already, so thought we'd have a good go at this one.
Have you been out for practice?
Yes.
How did it go?
It was all right. It's a little bit wet and slick. We're waiting a bit later on. We'll have another go at it and see how it feels.
I think it's fair to say that you lads, it's a style of racing all of its own, and you don't get the recognition you deserve, do you, in this class?
Quite often not, no. It's probably a true point. But it's definitely a different thing to ride these bikes than anything else. Because it's more of a team effort where you need the passenger more than anything else. Nice to see 12 of you here because the numbers had gone down a little bit, but a little bit stronger again today. Yeah, I think there's half a dozen new lads have come out this year and willing to have a go, so hopefully the class will pick up again. It tends to go up and down in its doldrums, but so hopefully we'll be better off this year. And obviously a lot of people in this area have never seen the left-handers before, so it'll be a real treat for them today. Yeah, hopefully we'll put on a good show for them, let them know what it's all about. What's the basic difference between riding a left-hand 1000 and a right-hand 1000? As I said earlier, the biggest difference is the passenger, because the passenger works to control the bike a lot more than the right-handers do. But other than that, the power-wise is the same, the speeds are comparable. So basically, the passenger has a harder job than you do then, basically, on these left-handers to what he would on the right-hander then? Yeah, I would say that they do work harder. Yeah. Now, if you ain't going to win today, what you'd be happy with? Podium finish? Podium finish would be happy, yeah. I've been on the podium for the last 5 years, I think. Lots of seconds. The only meeting that I've never won, which is why we really want to have a go and get into it. Turning back to last week, Collier Street, you on some of the behind staff working very hard. Great success last Saturday night, wasn't it? Yep, that was an excellent meeting, and I think everybody thoroughly enjoyed it. And now we're starting working on it, ready for again next year. So obviously they were so happy that they're going to have another one. Yep, yeah, we're definitely looking to run it again next year. A little bit earlier in the year maybe, so we get more use of the floodlights, but definitely going to have a go at it. That's real great news. Thank you very much and the best luck today. Yep. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Reading champion David Knowles. David, just back from practice, how did it go?
Not so good that time. We changed things a little bit, but I think we'll be putting it back to what we had. But you know, it's only practice, not too bothered.
You won it last year on the sudden death final. It's back to the old system today of all points counting. Is that good or bad in your opinion?
I don't know. I prefer it last year because at least the crowd get to see whoever's first across the line, you know, is a winner. But it's the same for everybody. So it might work in our favour again this year. You never know. So I'm not too bothered about it. You really have been flying during the course of this season. You've ridden this Worcester track before, so you're no stranger to being here at Worcester. I do like it, yeah, but a bit more water on today, which I'm glad of really, because if it was hard, I think I would have struggled. So not too bad to start with. I've just spoke to Lee Street. I don't know if you looked at the programme. According to my information, Heat 1 is you, Adam Shipp, and Lee Street. Quite an easy heat then, I think, that first one. No, it's going to be very difficult, and I think whoever wins that, you might get an idea who might win at the end of the day, but it's a long day, so anything could happen. Because that's the point. Somebody's going to have to finish third or possibly lower there, and it's a big disadvantage to drop that many points in your first race, isn't it? It is, yeah, especially seeing as you're liable to meet those riders again through the day. It's you know, you're going to be up against it. Only 8 on the line today. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage? I don't. It doesn't really matter. If you don't make the start, it's an advantage. But everybody will be difficult to pass today. They'll all be going for it. Thanks, Sam. We wish you very best of luck. Thank you very much. Cheers, Bob. Cheers.
Start tapes. There is not a green light. There is a green flag. So when the green flag goes up, which is in front of you, when that green flag goes up, you are under starter's orders. If you break the tapes today, you will be excluded. It's a national meeting. There's a lot at stake. If you break the tapes, you will be excluded. If you play about on the tapes or try to anticipate the start by rolling and keep pushing or going back a yard and rolling or just pure anticipation and lucky enough to get away with it, I'm going to penalise you with a 30-metre penalty. You will come behind the start and I will hold your cut out until everybody else has gone 30 metres. We can't have other people goading other people into breaking the tapes. So you come to the tapes, you get your wheel between 3 and 6 inches from the tape and sit still, you won't have a problem. But if you play about, you'll either get excluded or you will have a start line penalty. We are going to do the grid positions there. Somebody's just said there are no grid positions. I think I'm going to do it with some white paint there. Number 1 grid position is on the inside. Number 1 is on the inside and they are going to be marked. Red flag. Lee Street, are you here?
1 to 6 for sidecars.
1 to 6 for sidecars, 1 to 8 for solos. Pardon?
1 to 12.
Yeah, well it'll be 1 to 6. It'll be marked. Number 1 will be out. So, Lee Street. Lee Street here. He knows what the red flag means because it cost him money a few weeks ago. If anybody ignores the red flag today, if it is dangerous, you'll be excluded from the rest of the meeting. If it's just a silly thing that you chose to ignore it, you will be fined. Yellow flags. I don't want 4 laps of racing with yellow flags out. Chris Maidment is up the other end, and the instructions are if we're going to end up with a yellow flag for 4 laps, we will stop the race. But if the yellow flag comes out, it's up to you to keep your position. Marshals have been briefed to try and look for overtaking if a yellow flag comes out. We know sometimes that you have to swerve to avoid somebody and you might lose a position on that, but we will be looking for it, and if you take advantage on a yellow flag, you will be penalised for that. Rerun races, depending on how many laps you've done and whether you've got a refill or not, we might shove you down to here. I'm a bit concerned if we shove you back into the pits, you all disappear and you won't know when your race is. But basically we will try and run the next race first and then come back to the rerun race. What we'll probably do is favoured is to actually bring you all down here, out of the way, so you're all there so you don't miss the rerun race and somebody can bring you fuel while you're in this position here, which is a relatively safe position for you. Cause of the stoppage, there's no doubt about this at all today. If you are the cause of the stoppage, you will be excluded. There'll be no exceptions to that. If we are not sure who is the cause of the stoppage, if it is just a racing incident, we will give both of you the benefit of the doubt. But if it's clearly somebody's fault, that person will not go in the rerun. Markers. Somebody said I'm going to have a problem with markers today because they're not alkathene and they come out very easily. I'm not going to have a problem with it. It'll be you that has the problem if you hit them and take them out. We cannot have a situation where somebody goes into the bend and wipes all the markers out, because there'll be no race, there'll be no marker, there'll be no track, it'll be a farce. So if you go into that bend and wipe the markers out, you will be excluded. You've got no choice on that, because you're going to spoil the race for everybody. I don't want to spoil it for people. If it's just one marker and you just touched it, I'm going to try and ignore it. But if you persistently do it, I can only presume you're getting an advantage. The same will apply. Yes, we are going to get them in before the first race. We are going to do also on the straight as well. As you can see, it's reasonably, you can see where the line is on the straight there, but as you go up the straight further up, there are some missing. But we don't want people going out to the ropes and getting an advantage by getting more speed by going into the other bend. So we will replace markers all day, but if you go out and wipe the corner out, I'm afraid you're going to be excluded from that race. If you go into the corner and there are no markers there, there is a distinct brown line on that corner. If there are no markers there, that brown line is the edge of the track. If you go on the green and say, oh, there's no markers there, you couldn't do anything about it. If the markers are gone when you go around on the next lap, that distinct brown line is the edge of the track as far as I'm concerned. If you take advantage of that, you will be penalised. Overtaking, that's what racing's all about.
We're allowed to do that.
It's up to you to overtake the rider in front cleanly. The man in front chooses his line. It's up to you to get round him. Sidecars in particular, if you shunt somebody, you will be penalised for that. If it's dangerous, you'll be excluded. We don't want banger racing today. It ends up that somebody gets hurt. So it's up to you to avoid the rider in front. Solos, similar situation. If you hit somebody and he goes down, then you go out of that race. What happens on the track stays on the track. If you've got a problem with what's happened on the track, come and see me. Don't go to the edge of the circuit and sort it out, or don't sort it out in the pit box, because news gets back to me and I shall sort it out. Protests, if there are a need for protests today, it is £50, it is in writing, and it comes to me, and it has to be signed. It has to be within 30 minutes of the incident or of the result being read out by the pit's tannoy. Change of machine or passenger, you can change a machine or a passenger at any time, but if it's change of passenger, you need to let the secretary of the meeting know, or myself via the pit box staff. If you do change a machine, I expect you to change your numbers, or if it's an emergency situation, you're just about to go out and you do get loan of a machine, at the very least, let me know. I should be near the start area so the people on the tannoy know. Riding in the pits, you all know it's prohibited. It's a national meeting, you should be setting an example to the rest of the sport. If you're seen riding in the pits by anybody, it's not by me, any official sees you riding in the pits, you will be fined for that. Sidecars, your rear tyres, I think it's quite clear, you all know what sort of tyres you've got to have on these days. If you are caught out there with the wrong tyre on, you will be excluded. If you are caught out there with the wrong silencer on, you will be excluded. There's no excuse, you all know it. And the same with the carburettors as well. You know what size carburettor you've got to have on. If you're caught with the wrong one, it's a straight exclusion.
What about engine sizes?
Engine sizes, we're not going to check them every race. I've got a bit about the finals, we'll do engine sizes in a minute. Reserves, some reserves have got a ride, there are a few reserves that haven't got rides. You can only go as a reserve once in each series of heats, so you can go just once in the first leg, once in the second leg and once in the third leg. It's up to you to make sure you are ready. If we've already waited 2 minutes for somebody and then they can't get the bike started, you've got to be ready straight away. You can't expect another 2 minutes for that, so it's up to you to be ready. All races are 4 laps, and as per regulations, it's points all the way through this year. Last year was sudden death final, but it's been on your regulations, it is points all the way through. So if you do end up getting dock positions or excluding for markers, it's going to cost you dear, because those points are counting all the way through. The finals, when we get to the finals, anybody that finishes in a final will place their bike beside the Union Jack in the middle of the circuit. And it will remain there until the last race and until 30 minutes after the last race. It is intended today that the winners will be measured today. That's all in standing regulations for national meetings. The winners' engines will be measured today. The 1,000 sidecar will be sealed and will be measured as soon as possible. That's all I've got to say. Has anybody got any questions? Okay, have a good day. There's a riders' parade at 12:30, which is now. Can we have 250s first? I'm going to let the 250s out, then the 350s, 500 sidecars, and then the 1,000 sidecars in that order. So 250s straight up to this riders' parade. No helmets, no practice starts.
Next one for you, 6 meetings, championship Matt Etherington. I would like to give everybody to the race. So the final is Matt Etherington. Next one for you, Adam Shipp. Number 17, 250 again, Knowles. 75, number 250 class, also on today, Lee. Number 18 is Kinchin from Worcester region. In Colin, British champion, Jason Harvey. one, the reigning British champion, winning the competition from the start of Kinchin in the Grasstrack, Lewis Denham. Royal Marshals in position 20 on Manchester positions, please. Number 82, 250, Bristol. 88, the British 250 Ireland, 88. Number 90, the Watch in 350 class, all the Ben Morbey. 97, 250 Colin, James 116, number 50, Hogg with the Joanne Bryan-Brown, Simmons. 139, Mears. 161, Goodwin. 164, 259, Mathison. 173, Mark 176, Knowles. 186, number 3, Clive Willis. 193, Simmons. Number 196, Mathison. Back to 250 for Goodwin. 205, 2 wins. 203, right to Radley, the captain of the Southland, and champion of the match, Radley, Mathison. 305, 5 wins.
The prettiest bloke you'll ever see.
501, Richard. 601, from the visitors, Hogg. 76, Simmons, 2 Hogg. And 350 of those, 71 is Ken Rogers. 105, and 87, the American Soldiers, the used to see one of the 560 sidecar, or the 250 solo, or the 350 solo, equally as well, 87, Radley.
I'm better now. I was tender.
Quick line for the sidecars. Number 1, Mathison, Richard. Number 2, Kinchin,
You got a silver stick, I didn't get a gold one, did I? How you trying to do gold?
Number 5, British champion. Let's go Number 4, James the Brother, 140 times. Number 6, Shaun Harvey. Thank you. Change in front of the board to Worcester for 7 games to go forward. Out from the wrong line. 49 Mark Steve George. 36 to the West Ham Saturday Railway and Clive Willis. 57 is Birmingham and Webb, and Paul the Central Worcester Road. Thank you.
Is that everybody? Right, that's it, yeah.
What a cracking start. Adam Shipp, David Knowles, Lee Straight. 3 of the quickest 250s in the country, so the action starts straight away with his first heat of 250s. And remember, somebody's going to drop points here, somebody's going to come first, somebody's going to come last, but with all points going through, it is a very, very competitive heat indeed. Start this afternoon's meeting. Riders on the line for the first heat. Green flag is raised, away they go. David Knowles has made a very quick start. Adam Shipp has gone with him. Into that top corner is David Knowles in second figure there. Borno moves from the third, looks like Lee Street will have his round the outside to go through. Into that third place position as Adam Shipp leads at the back straight the first time. David Knowles is in second place, looks like Lee Street has gone through in the third. Figure round there holds the fourth place position. David Knowles trying to come around the end of Adam Shipp as they come to the place. Morbey in 6, Page in 7, Clapton 8, that's the 8, and Lee Street now really comes into the equation. They're both just going up, they're back straight for the second time, and Lee Street making the move round the edge of David Knowles going into that pits corner as Adam Shipp leads it, holding the inside line, he's just off the line, and Lee Street trying to get round the inside. David Knowles making the move round the outside, between these three, and Street gets round the inside, David Knowles gets round the edge as well to move to the second place, but Shipp comes again, back up the inside line. Super action to start the action this afternoon as Street leads it, but Shipp in second, Knowles in third, and Lee Street slowly but surely is putting away their lead on the field. Second, David Knowles trying to get round the outside, and then moving up the field, again showing it through the fourth place is David Knowles, Shipp to move through in the second place as Lee Street leads heat number 1 into the pits corner for the final time. It's Knowles in second, making a move through on the inside of that final corner. Lee Street wins heat number 1. Second is David Knowles. Third place goes to Adam Shipp. Super action between those three for the first race. James Charles comes across the line in 4th. Sam Morbey picks up to the 5th place. Then Matt Clapton and then Barry Bates. It's a win for number 75, Lee Street. He's really put the cat amongst the pigeons now in that 250 class. Second, number 64, David Knowles. And third, number 16, Adam Shipp. Fourth was 97. Fifth, number 28. Then 196 and 88. Winning time, 1 minute 28.39. 1 minute 28.39. Race 2, sponsored by John and Judy Webb. So we do start then for their sponsorship of race number 2. On the line then for race number 2, we're probably looking for the pit of the magazine. as Steve Syrett leads into the top corner. They bunch up going up the back straight on lap number 1. We'll pick the numbers out as they come back for the first time. But Steve Syrett with a good lead going up that back straight on lap number 2, entering that pits corner. Still the order the same with number 62, Steve Syrett with the lead with 201. Number 70, Gary Wells, that's the top 3, then Syrett leads it, and Pittman in second. These two pulling away from Wells in third. They move up the back straight on lap number 2 then. It's still number 62, Steve Syrett with a good lead. From Lee Pittman in second. Gary Wells holds a comfortable third. Somebody making their way to the third move. Simmons is in 4th place, that's the top 4, a change at the front there. Steve Syrett really come under pressure from Lee Pittman as they go up that back straight. Once again, Gary Wells still consolidating that 3rd place position. Looks as if it's running number 8, Danny Strader working his way to the move for the 4th. That's the top 5. As again, Simmons with the advantage, he makes a mistake and Simmons now leads going up the back straight on lap number 4. A fight between these two as they hit that pits corner for the final time. Coming into the final corner, it's still number 62, Steve Simmons leading. Simmons in 4th, Slater is in 5, 181 Mark Evans in 6 and 82 in 7th place. The win for number 62, Steve Syrett. Second number 201, Lee Pittman. And third, number 70, Gary Wells. And 31, 8, 181, and 82. Winning time, 1 minute 31.29. 1 minute 31.29. Race 3 sponsored by David Webb. He leads up the back straight on lap number 1. Richard Lively goes back up the inside. These two shoulder to shoulder going inside pits corner in the opening lap. Colin Howe around the outside. Richard Lively holds the inside line, but Colin Howe the quicker line slightly around the outside. Just Colin Howe the top 3 as Colin Howe slowly but surely starting to pull away into front for Richard Lively in second. Mark Collins holds the 3rd place. A little bit spread out now in race number 3, the top 2 pulling clear of the 3rd place order. Who is Mark Collins who holds that 3rd place order. Leads the second one in the back straight once again. Colin now absolutely storming away at the front. Richard Lively still holds the second. Mark Collins now comes under pressure, loses that 3rd place halfway up the back straight as Colin now leads him on the lap 4. Now Richard Lively hangs on to that 2nd place for the 50 straight line. Chris Malone looking for that 4th place. Mark Collins again. Back round the inside, puts that run on for minor places. And Malone has gone back through on the inside again. There's still Mark Collins just hanging on to that 3rd place position as number 34. Colin Howe wins the 30 on 250s. Richard Lively picks up the 2nd place. Chris Malone in 4, Mark Collins in 5. We're going 176 and 61. Race number 3, winner number 34, Colin Howe. Second number 23, Richard Lively. And third number 50, Craig Wallace. And 164, 305, 25, 176 and 61. Winners time 1 minute 32.64. 1 minute 32.64. Race 4 sponsored by Jill and Pete Chapman. In place of Vince Kinchin, winning number 95, Jason Hadley. In place of number 17, Andrew Mellish, winning number 71, Jenny Rogers. Should be a cracking opening heat for the 350. Who's going to make that final start within the first one? In that top corner for the first time, and Jason Hadley gets round the outside to move into the lead, going up the back straight for the first time. Matt Etherington over second, but Dave Mears in third place. That's the top three to hit that pits corner on lap number 1. Andy Leaderman with everything to they got that back straight once again, and Jason Hadley absolutely storming away at the front, but it's still Etherington holding the second. Dave Mears definitely getting closer in third. Lee Gate, Jamie Rogers gone for the first, Relegate Lee Gate to 5. Relegate Lee Gate to 6, 197 in 7th place. Half a wheelie there for Jason Hadley, going off the back straight on lap number 3. He's a long way clear then on these models, scrapping it out for second and third. And it is Dave Mears that's gone through the up to third. As again, Jason Hadley takes the long look over his shoulder to see Dave Mears still holding on that second place. Matt Etherington dropping back a little bit in third as number 95, Jason Hadley wins third. Second is number 89. Matt Etherington in third. Jamie Rogers moves up to third. So scrap for 5th and 6th. Fifth just ahead of Lee Gate in 6th. And then we got number 193 in 7th place. Win for number 95, Jason Hadley. Second, number 139, Dave Mears. And third, number 5, Matt Etherington. 71, 59, 116, 193. Winners time 1 minute 22.51. 1 minute 22.51. Race 5, sponsored by RTS Racing Products. Powell, the line into the race number 5, sponsored by RTS Racing Products. Into that third place, number 5, Bob Dorman, spelled in third, Tim Curran in 4, Barry Powell is in 5, Terry Messingham in 6, after 6, as they go up the back straight in for the first time. It's Taylor leads it then. Going into that top corner, Richard Smith trying to close the gap in second. He too is coming under pressure. In 7, that's the top 7 as it goes up the back straight. Once again, Neil Taylor still with the lead, but he's coming under tremendous pressure now for Richard Smith, making a move on the inside of that pits corner. Neil Taylor goes wide. Richard Smith trying to come down the angle. Richard Smith gets on the once again. And it is Richard Smith coming away from Neil Taylor. They into that pits corner on lap number 3 then. Number 32, Richard Smith. He's still pulling away from Barry Powell in 5. Terry Messingham trying to close the gap in 6. Richard Ashford in 7. As they go on the back straight once again. It's number 33, Richard Smith, well clear in the front, coming off that final corner. Richard Smith wins race number 4. Second is Neil Taylor. With a scrap on the 5th, 6th and 7th places. Barry Powell second and Terry Messingham, and then Richard Ashford. And the final rider across the line, number 184. Cracking racing again in race 5, sponsored by RTS Racing Products. A win for number 33, Richard Smith. Second, number 173, Neil Taylor. And third, 161, Bob Dorman. 726, 182, 213, 581, 184. Winning time 1 minute 24.04. Race 6 on to the long. Going into that top corner, it's Paul Cooper leads Mark Taylor goes wide, and Lewis Denham slips Swami into the moon through the second place, and Mark Taylor winning the corner second. He's come out 50, retakes the third place position on the entry of the pits corner on lap the orders. Cooper Legion from Denham in as we look at the scrap of the front, and Paul Cooper's got the edge on Lewis Denham as they go up the back straight on lap number 2. These two pulling away from Mark Taylor, now consolidating that third place position. Mark Peter has got the third. Thomas in 8, that's the 8 figure on the back straight once again, and Denham can't close the gap on Cooper at the moment. As Cooper leads now on to that third, and it's going to come on the corner. Got the measure of Denham at the moment in that top corner. Ben Morbey now got back to 6. Split in 7, Darren Thomas in 8 as the leader Paul Cooper coming off that final corner. Racing second is Lewis Denham. Mark Taylor's coasting across the line. Then we've got Mark Peter in 6, Craig Smith in 7, Thomas in 8th place. Race 6 sponsors Ron Sims Heating and Electronics. A win for number 11, Paul Cooper. Second, number 81, Lewis Denham. And third, 170, Mark Taylor. 37, 611, 90, 2, 186. Winning time, quickest so far, 1 minute 21.80. 1 minute 21.80. Race 7, first heat 500 sidecars, sponsored by Ken Walker. Shaun Harvey and Hogg. Jay, if you can hear this, can you come in on your walkie-talkie, please? Or can somebody tell Jay to come in on the intercom, please? On the line then for race number 7, first heat 500 sidecars, a reigning champion until the outside gate, they make an electrically quick start. Into second place. Looks like Brian Canning and Stephen George holding the thirds. They got the back straight for the first time. Scott Francis making a move around the outside. They go through into that third place. Mission surprisingly, Tony Cook finds himself at the back of the moment. He's working his way from there as well. Let's try for this. Tony Cook really working his way for the finish. Gone for the third place. Scott Francis, Paul Fisher trying to get back round the outside. They get back round the outside, but Tony Cook comes again. Back up the inside of Cook has gone with him, fifth to third, and now Francis are under pressure for that fifth place position. But the leader is Shaun Harvey as Scott Francis to Paul Fisher over in a big way, touched the back of Brian Canning and Stephen George going into that corner. They looked at it, quickly going to get to the feet. Have they got red flags out? Yes, we have. So the first drama of the afternoon, the local crew just back from serious injury, in fact. They are just back from injury. They appear to clip the side of Brian Canning and Stephen George going into that top corner. And let's hope that they are going to be okay. They're just so recently back from injury. We're scrapping out one time for third place. Really having a go there at Brian Canning and Stephen George. Let's hope that Scott Francis, Paul Fisher are going to be okay, because that looked rather nasty when on the entry to that top corner. So they come in for race 8, sponsored Worcester Accountancy. Mike Reed been going very quick this year. Son Wayne, outfit number 56. 116 Scott Dunn, number 7 local crew Barry Bennett. 2 Steve Kinchin, international crew now, and of course many times British champion outfit number 3. Leicester and Anthony Goodwin making their debut on this Worcester track. But Mike Reed holds the section to hold on to that second place as Goodwin pulls away, going up the back straight for the first time. Mike Reed in second, Wayne Reed looking for that third place position coming off that pit corner. Goes through the first surprise. Barry Bennett back in 6th place. They go up the back straight once again. The Goodwins pulling well clear the front. Mike Reed still hanging on to that second place with Wayne Reed in 3rd. That's the top 3. They come to complete lap number 2, lost on Steve Kensington in 5, surprised to see Barry Bennett. Oh, somebody's packed up there, we're holding it. Is it Wayne Reed that's packed up? We're holding that 3rd place position, so that needs to open now for 3rd, 4th and 5th places. But nobody can get near the Goodwins at the moment. That's going to be Goodwin. But Wayne Reed. Barry Bennett is in 5 as they go up the back straight for the full time. So the anti-post favourites showing their work in the opening 2 heats of 500 sidecar action this afternoon. There's number 3, that's going to be number 8. Steve Kensington in 4, Barry Bennett in 5th place. Hard look on Wayne Reed, pulled out with machine problems while holding the 3rd place position. Race 8, sponsor Worcester Accountancy, a win for number 3, Leicester and Anthony Goodwin. 2nd, number 57, Mike Reed and James Benfield. And 3rd, 118, Scott Dunn and Joanne Bryan-Brown. 2, and number 7. Winning time, 1 minute 29.48. 1 minute 29.48. So having seen Leicester and Nancy Goodwin win race number 8, Shaun Harvey, Danny Hogg, who were leading this race when it was stopped, will be determined to put in a good ride in race number 7. Sponsor this race is Ken Walker. Five outfits back on the line then for the restart of race number 7. Away they go, we're looking for Shaun Harvey to make a good start from the outside with the exactly one. Tony Cook for the trolley, and Brian Canning to move through the 3rd place, and Scott Francis, Paul Bishop pull out after making the start there. Well, it's mechanical problems, we don't know, after probably problems after their spill. As we look at the action going on at the front, and it is 72, Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg for the lead. Just the 4 outfits, they go on the back straight for the 2nd time. The reigning champion looking pretty impressive at the front. He's got a quick crew behind him in Nick Radley and Craig Mathison in 2nd place position. But it's Harvey and Hogg that lead them. They can take 2. Restarted race number 7 as they go on the back straight on lap number 3. It's Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. They were very pleased the way practice went, and it's showing that now with the weather. Again leading this restarted race number 7. So Nick Radley, Craig Mathison in 2nd place. It's Harvey and Hogg a mile away at the front, but Tony Cook is just about starting to close that gap. Will it be too late with half a lap to go? Radley and anxious look over his shoulder as number 72 when restarted race number 7. Very close to Brian Canning and Stephen George in 4th place. Race 7, the win for number 72, Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. 2nd, number 21, Nick Radley, Craig Mathison. And 3rd, number 10, Tony Cook and Martin Boyd. 4th, number 49, Brian Canning and Stephen George. Winning time, slightly quicker, 1 minute 28.01. 1 minute 28.01. Race 9, sponsor Shane Howells. Got a couple of changes here. Delete number 4, Simon B and Stuart Supple. Put in number 88, Roger and Kevin Toms. 88, Roger and Kevin Toms. And delete 41, Chris Thorsby and Gary Hughes. Put in 189, Gary Ball and Debbie Bird. John Cook making an excellent start. They've got a clear lead now on that pits corner on the opening lap. They can march and keep one further. Keith Richards is in 3rd place. As the leader, Paul Moorcock, good lead going up that back straight from Sean Chick in 2nd. Still Keith Richards in 3rd. To go up the back straight once again then. It is Moorcock with a clear lead there. Back in 6th place, but Paul Moorcock increased his lead with every turn of the wheel at the front. As he checked, that's that flag out there. Paul Moorcock is John Cook. through into that fourth place position as we see the race leader Paul Moorcock coming off the final corner. 1, 2, 3, Paul Moorcock wins it. Second is Shaun Shipp, King Richard, in 5, and Pete Landrum in 6th place. Race 9, sponsor Shane Howells, a win for 1, 2, 3, Paul Moorcock, John Cook. Second, number 6, Shaun Shipp and Sarah Moore. And third, 1, 4, 3, Keith Richards, Adam Young. Fourth, 189. Fifth, 88. And sixth, 83. Winner's time, 1 minute 31.72. 1 minute 31.72. Race 10, Jill and Pete Chamberlain sponsor race 10. Freddie Kinchin, Graham Hilton, Terry Nicholas, Billy Penfold, Martin Cook. Left-handers on the line end, we've only got 3 openings back to the line end. Terry Nicholas leads it from 1 to 8. Martin Cook is in 2nd place. We've got a shortage of sidecars for race number 10 and a change of position going up the back straight then on lap number 1. It looks as if Martin Cook is in the front as they go into the pits corner for the first time. It is this 1, 4, 2, Terry Nicholas is still leading. In 2nd place, good scrap went on between these two as they negotiate that bottom corner. They really close up the 2nd place outfit of Martin Cook, looking for advantage on that bottom corner, but it's still Terry Nicholas with Michael Raymond in the chair, and Martin Cook and Robin Gear in 2nd place position. They can change in there. 5-1 Graham Hilton back in 3rd. As they go up the back straight again, it's Cook making a move on that bottom corner, comes alongside Nicholas, but Nicholas holds along and on the inside, he's forcing Cook right down the outside of these corners again. Cook gets very close on the outside of that pits corner, Nicholas holding the inside line, Cook's on one side. 3rd place, you look at that strap on that top corner once again. Still Nicholas with the advantage, and Cook again has the speed coming off the corner, closing up to 2 bikes, but again Nicholas pulls away going up the back straight. What will Cook try on that final corner? Hilton still back there in 3rd. That's coming off that final corner then into it. 2nd is 1 to 8 Martin Cook. Graham Hilton picks up the 3rd place position. Race 10, sponsored by Jill and Pete Chamberlain. A win for number 142, Terry Nicholas and Michael Raymond. 2nd, 1 to 8, Martin Cook and Robin Gear. And 3rd, 151, Graham Hilton, Colin Clark. Winning time, 1 minute 43.28. 1 minute 43.28. Another heat of the 1000cc sidecars, sponsor Alan Williams, Mr. Chips. For race 11. How many outfits have we got coming out? We've got 5 coming out this time, so obviously we had a couple of non-starters for the opening heat. Outfits on the line then for race 11, sponsored by Alan Williams, Mr. Chips. Everybody makes a good start. The crew on the outside of Mays, the best start. The 25, Tony Penfold, the reigning champion, leads up the back straight for the first time. Big Sword head in behind him by the other 4 crews, and they go up the back straight for the first time. Tony Penfold and Steve Fish absolutely have opened up a huge gap on that first half a lap. Change of position for 2nd and 3rd as they go into the pits corner on lap number 1. As Tony Penfold is the clear leader. Downing in second place. Drake is in third. Getting a little bit spread out now in heat 2 on the 1000cc left-handers. And Tony Penfold, the reigning champion, with a big lead then from Steve Downing. Drake, Marcus Phillips, with 3 Mike Downs in fourth. 1-4 Chris Downs in fifth place. That's the 5 as they go up that back straight once again. Tony showing why he is the reigning champion. Big lead in the second heat of 1000cc left-handers. Leads him on the 4 then. Steve Downing holding on to that. Hold up the third. In 5. The back straight on lap number 4 then. On race number 11. Looks like a win coming up for Tony Penfold and Steve Fish. Outfit number 25. Tony Penfold, Steve Fish win race 11. In 34, Steve Downing picking up the second place. Then Drake gets the third. Mike Downs in third. Chris Downs in fifth place. So win number 25, Tony Penfold, Steve Fish. Second, number 34, Steve Downing and Neil Smith. And third, number 72, Glyn Drake, Marcus Phillips. 113 and 114. Winning time 4 seconds quicker. 1 minute 39.92. 1 minute 39.92. Cars to be moved, please. Black Peugeot 206, BL04YTY. Red 4 Mondeo, R170 CGX, Blue Peugeot 406, R723 YWK. Can you move your cars please? You stop the people getting through the position on the bottom corner. So BL04 YTY needs moving. We look at the race of the 12 stops to do our motorcycles. So the second heat on the 250 good start, number 70. Gary Knowles in second place. Chris Knowles slips through and moves through the second place. He hits the front. Chris Knowles went into that corner third. He's come out first and leads going up the back straight for the first time. Looks like Gary Knowles that's followed him through in the second place. Richard Lively holding the third place position as David Knowles leads it there. Peter Radley in 5, Simmons in 6, that's the top 6, they go up the back straight once again. Richard Lively loses that third place to 201. Lee Pittman has gone through in the third place as David Knowles, the clear leader, completing lap number 2 then from Gary Wells in second place. Lee Pittman drops to 6, Barry Bates is in 7, that's the top 7 as they go up the back straight once again. David Knowles is pulling well clear at the front. Gary Wells hanging on to that second place. Lee Pittman in third. They get a little bit spread out there for the top 3 places. Moving on to lap 4. Simmons in 5. 25 is in 8th place. So that's the leader, David Knowles. Time to look over his shoulder. He's worked his way through on that first corner. Got a commanding lead now as they enter the pits corner on lap number 4. The reigning champion picks up his first winning ride of the afternoon. David Knowles wins it. Second place. Lee Pittman in the third. Paul Simmons in 4. Richard Lively in 5. We'll just sketch it for number 25 and then number 88. Race car sponsored by DNR Motorcycles, wins number 64, David Knowles. Second number 70, Gary Wells. And third 201, Lee Pittman. 31, 23, 51, 25, 88. Winning time, 1 minute 29.90, 1 minute 29.90. Race 13, Adam Shipp and Lee Street scrapping it again, and a tremendous scrap in the first of the 250s. They're back in action, Steve Syrett. He won his opening ride, so 3 quick men again. Racing race number 13 of the heat on the 250s. And it is making a cracking start as they go into that pits corner for the first time. Big Sonic going up in that first corner. Looks like Lee Street's gone on the outside, but Adam Shipp has gone back through on the inside line. Lee Street again back round the outside winner of the only heat of 250 action. Cracking race between these two. It's Lee Street round the outside. Adam Shipp comes to the inside. Bishop Street again, back round the Hindlip Shipp to lead, going up the back straight on that. Number 2, he's opened up a bit of a gap on Adam Shipp. Can he close the gap? Going into that pits corner. Street leads it then from Shipp in second place. These two pulling away from Steve Syrett in third. So Lee Street leads we look at that scrap at the front there. This could be an important win for Lee Street. He beat David Knowles and Adam Shipp in the first heat. He's leading Adam Shipp again in the second heat of the 250 solo. He's got a good lead now going on. Adam Shipp is second. Is in third. Reynolds is in first. That's classed in 6. That's the 6 as the leader off the back straight for the full time with a big lead is Lee Street, and this could be an important win coming up for number 75, Lee Street, 2 second is number 16, Adam Shipp. Third picks up the third place. Reynolds is in first, and Morbey in third, Mathison in 6th place. Race 13, sponsor Jerry Goodwin, is a win for number 75, Lee Street. Second, number 16, Adam Shipp. And third, number 62, Steve Syrett. And 50, 28, 196. Winning time, slightly quicker. 1 minute 28.45. 1 minute 28.45. We still need the red Ford Mondeo R170CGX. Can you move that vehicle, please? You're stopping people getting into the field. Can you move the vehicle immediately, please? Race 4, pit 14, sponsor Paul Molly and P&M Borders. Third heat of the 250s. Colin Howe, winner first time out. On the line in for race 14. Up the gate they go. James John made a good start. Colin now looking to get through on the inside. James Charles holds the third place as Collins leads him off the back straight for the first time. Colin Ho in second. James Charles making a move through to try and get that second place, but Colin Ho hangs on to that second as Collins leads into the pits corner on the opener. Colin Ho looking to get there on the outside, but Collins will be behind him. Hangs Ho there. James Charles fourth place. And Colin Ho drops through on the inside on the entry to that top corner. Collins trying to come back through on the inside. So Colin Ho won his opening ride. He leads his second ride now. Heat 14 going up the back straight on lap number 2. Collins gets close in second. James Charles takes a big hustle round the outside and moves through the second place. There's James Charles making a move on the outside. Colin Ho the back straight. Colin Ho goes back up the inside again. Half a break between these two as they go into that pits corner once again. It's Colin Ho on the inside. James Charles makes a long way around the outside of that pits corner. Super activity. Charles in second. 164 into third. We look at that stop at the front, and slowly but surely Colin Ho is starting to pull away the first Charles. Roughly throw on that last corner. He's closing up again on the entry to the final corner. It's 34. Colin Ho makes it 2. He wins. Charles has a look for the right to get the second place. He'll be tied for second, third and fourth. And we've got them for up scores for third and fourth. So Harvey coming across the line, and finally number 61, Willis. A win for number 34, Colin Howe. Second, number 97, James Charles. Third place, number 82, Chris Dill. Fourth, 164, Chris Malone. Fifth, 305. Sixth, 176. And seventh, number 61. Winning time, 1 minute 29.70. 1 minute 29.70. Rider 164 was got one place for course cutting. Race number 15, we start the 350. maintains that third place position. They go in the top corner for the first time. Then Dave Mears made a good start. He's really making it count going on the back straight. Looks like Richard Smith has gone through into that third place. Matt Etherington holds the fourth place position. So we've got a good one off the first place. As they go up the back straight once again, Dave Mears with a good opening line. He leads Richard Smith, who won his opening line. Of course, Richard Smith trying to close the gap in second place. They come to the police They go up the back straight once again, and Richard Smith is visibly closing the gap on Dave Mears, making a move through on the inside of that Fritz corner. Dave Mears holding the line with no AC on the inside of Richard. Cops in third. They go up the back straight once again. Richard Smith takes the far line. Dave Mears and leads going up the back straight on after the three. Super corner and a Dunham corner by Richard Smith. He now leads it from Dave Mears in second place. Mears trying to come back around the inside. Mears in second. Etherington is in third. John Cox gets the third. Martin Russell in sixth, Tim Kernock in seventh place. Race 15, sponsored John Meredith Plantar. A win for number 33, Richard Smith. Second, 139, Dave Mears. And third, number 5, Matt Etherington. 611, 37, 29. Winner's time, 1 minute 24.14. 1 minute 24.14. Going back to race 14, rider 164 was docked one position for cutting on through on the inside of the course. That's why he was given fourth place, and rider number 82 was given third place. That's kind of on that situation. Race 16, sponsored this is Webb Speedway. We're only going to the heat for the very quickly. Mark Taylor they go on the back straight for the first time, and Jason Handley leads for Paul Cooper in second place. Mark Taylor in third. Terry Massacre is in fourth. So two riders are on the heat, clashing this winner. Handley has the advantage over Cooper at the moment, as Handley leads it from Cooper in second. In sixth place, they go off the back straight once again, and Paul Cooper can't close the gap on Jason Handley in this one, of course, for the injured Vince Kinchin. Coming up that pitch corner once again, Handley's absolutely flying in the fifth. Close the gap there in second, still Mark Taylor. In sixth, Thomas in seventh, they go off the back straight once again, Jason Handley. Well in control of the situation, race number 16. Paul Cooper trying to close the on the field, and Handley leads it from Cooper in second. Mark Taylor in third. Straight on lap number 4, looking for 2 to 2 in the heat of the Paul Cooper picks up the second place. We look back to Mark Taylor, who should be coming across the line in third. Mark Taylor gets the third. Then Morbey in 5, 7, and Gareth Thomas in 8th place. Race 16, the race you've just seen, sponsored by Richard Webb Speedway. The win for number 95, Jason Handley. Second, number 11, Paul Cooper. And third, 170, Mark Taylor. 59, 90, 213, 193, 186, the winning time, 1 minute 20.46, 1 minute 20.46. Race 17, sponsor Jetman. Heat 3, second leg on the 350 solos. That race, where we go to race number 17, Neil Taylor leading that top colours, Jamie Rogers trying to do something on his bike as he enters that top colours. Neil Taylor leads, going into colours, no from Colin, making a move around the outside. Lewis Denham back in third place. They got the back straight the first time. Jamie Rogers trying to get the action. He's in third place at the moment as they go into that pit corner for the first round. That's the top six. They go up their back straight once again. Lewis Denham is at the front, going up their back straight on lap number 2. Neil Taylor in second. Bob Dorman in third. Jamie Rogers trying to close the gap in fourth. He's for Storm to pull away from Lee Gage in five. Trying to get back round the second, third and fourth as Lewis Denham starting to pull away the fifth. Stephen Neil Taylor hanging on to that second place. Bob Dorman definitely getting close in fourth. He's been pulling away. Taylor just hanging on to that second. Dorman making a move out there. Rogers gets to the action. Robert Fraser coming out of that bottom corner as Lewis Denham leads him into the pits corner. 44 targets to Dunn point. 4 to 1. Lewis Denham moves it. Neil Taylor from Bob Dorman, then Jamie Rogers, then Lee Gage, then Craig Smith into action again in race number 17. Then we've got Richard Ashworth and following number 184. A win for number 81, Lewis Denham. Second, number 173, Neil Taylor. And third, number 161, Bob Dorman. 71, 116, 2, 581, 184. Winner's time, 1 minute 24.06. 1 minute 24.06. Race 18, sponsor Alex Dollar Motorcycles, one change. Delete number 4, Simon Beard, Stuart Supple. Put in number 88, Roger and Kevin Thomas. The 2 cars left by the single toilet on the first corner. You are in a restricted area. If you get hit by a motorcycle, there will be major problems. You're inside the ropes by parking there. Please, can you move the 2 vehicles? Thank you. Race 18 sponsor Alex Donald Motorcycles. Might lead good second place. First around, Paul Morcott won his only ride. Clive Willis needs to score. I think he had machine problems on the line in the first race. Very had a disappointing opening ride, so they'll be desperate for points in race number 18. Start on the second leg of the 500 sidecars. Takes right, everybody gets the something done with a red flag, there was obviously making the car very running in second, but obviously a problem at the start. The red flag went up immediately, and Austin deducted so much money from his wages each week to pay for the superb machinery that Austin rode. £90 for the 350 and £100 for the 500. And the other man on the starting gate is that great scrambler and star of Birmingham Speedway in their Division 2 days, Arthur Browning. So we certainly do have a very colourful starting gate crew this afternoon. Well, there we go then, restart race number 18 then. Much better start. Mike Reid holds the third place. Somebody swooping round the outside. Looks like Paul Morcott making the swoop round the outside to go through into that third place. Business. Clive Willis needs the points. Fairness scoring out the lead for Barry Bennett, having a much better ride this time in second place. Paul Morcott is they go to the back straight once again. Willis still the advantage over Bennett in second. Moorcock in third. Reid in fourth. These 4 pulling away then for the teams who hold the fourth place, and Brian Canning and Stephen George in sixth place as Clive Willis and fourth place Richard up the back straight then goes Clive Willis. Willis with Richard Webb in the chair still. Barry Bennett, Ivan Hughes in second place. Paul Moorcock, John Cook in third. Might be definitely getting closer in third. They move on the third. Still there in second. Hold up the fifth place. Brian Canning, Stephen George in sixth. They go up the back straight once again. What a great pretty that Clive Willis and those machine problems in that first race. They're certainly going well in race number 18. And it's Clive Willis and Richard Webb who win race number 18. Barry Bennett. Third place Paul Moorcock. Fourth is Mike Mears. Sixth, I think it's just 88 from 49. So win for number 1, Clive Willis and Richard Webb. Second, number 7, Barry Bennett, Ivan Hughes. And third, 1, 2, 3, Paul Moorcock, John Cook. And 57, 88, and 49. Winning time, 1 minute 30.12. 1 minute 30.12. Over the page to race 19, sponsor Eslick Brothers Builders. One change, delete number 41, Chris Salisbury, Gary Hughes, put in 189, Gary Ball and Debbie Bird. 189, Gary Ball, Debbie Bird, in place of number 41. Race 19 in a line and quickly away. On the inside of Reen, holds along and going up the back straight for the first time, and Richards holds his second place, changing position for third and fourth. We'll pick them up as they go up the back straight. Looks like Tony Cook has gone through the third place and looking for that second place of Keith Richards. And 56. Goes through into that second place. Fisher Richard again sweeps back round the outside. Good action between these two. Cook again comes back up the inside and locked together going up the back straight. Lap number 2 is Tony Cook. Slips from the inside and moves through in the second place. As Wayne Reid and Clive Preston, the clear race leader is from Tony Cook. Pete Landgren and Phil Higgins hold the fifth place. They go up the back straight once again then. The leader Wayne Reid well cleared the front. Tony Cook now consolidating that second place. But they move on to third at this time. In third. Pete Landrum in 5 as they go up the back straight. Kirby for Tom. Little bit spread out now in race number 19. The start of the second heat of the 500 sidecars. But it's important win coming up then for Wayne Reid. And Evans first second place, Keith Richards gets the third. Gary Ball is in fourth. Pete Landgren in 5th place. Race 19, sponsor Eslick Brothers Builders. A win for number 56, Wayne Reid, Clive Preston. Second, number 10, Tony Cook, Martin Boyd. And third, 143, Keith Richards, Adam Young. 189 and 83. Winning time 1 minute 30.07. 1 minute 30.07. Shaun Harvey won his opening ride. Lester Goodwin won his opening ride, and Sean Chick picked up the second place in his opening ride. So the reigning champion against the former champion clash in race 20, a race sponsor by Spear Point. straight. Sean Chick makes the second place, the bear goes into through the second place. Shaun Harvey goes through the second place. Can he catch up with the Goodwins there? They come on the completely out. The last Goodwins go there. And in third place, and Goodwins lead it from Harvey in second. Radley is in third. These three are pulling away for the three out for the outfits. They go up the back straight once again. Still Leicester and Anthony Goodwin that lead it. But number 72, Shaun Harvey making a move down the outside. Cuts back to the inside. As they go up the back straight once again, we'll concentrate on this scrap at the front. There's about 3 sidecars between them. They move into that top corner once again. Still Goodwin with the advantage over Harvey. In second place, these two starting to pull away from Radley. In third is Harvey makes the move. He comes alongside the Goodwins. The Goodwins come back again. They're absolutely locked together going up the back straight. Harvey has made a move out of it. So Goodwin going into that pitch corner. On lap number 4, can he hold the line left for Goodwin? On the inside and Harvey's got the victory. Mr. Goodwin gets the second. Radley gets the third. Steve Kinchin in 5. Number 6 in 6th place. Scintillating last lap there for Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg, showing where they are the reigning champion, because Lester Goodwin was not hanging about there, didn't make one mistake, but on that third lap Shaun Harvey made up his mind to go round the outside. He got round the outside and took it by about 3 bikes lengths. So the crucial win there for outfit number 72, Shaun Harvey. We've got 4 outfits on the line for race 21, the star, the left-hander, sponsor and big engineering. Webb going in with race number 21, star the second each for the left-hander. Right down to lead it from 72, Ben Drake in second. And Graham Hilton in last place moment, but takes a big amp around the outside of that bottom corner. He went that corner 4, he's come out second and making the move as they got the back straight for the first time. Then Graham Hilton had a retirement, determined to do well this afternoon. It's had a disappointing opening ride, but in second place at the moment is 34. Graham Hilton in second place. 1-3 right down, small to the third. As they go up the back straight once again, looks like a change of position for 3rd and 4th. They're locked together, and certainly 1-1-3 has lost that 3rd place, lost back to 4, as leading 2 into the pits corner. Once again, it's still Steve Downing with the lead then over Graham Hilton in 2nd place. Ben Drake is in 3rd. White Downs in 4th as they go up the back straight on lap number 3. So 34, Steve Downing still the race leader. Entry to that pits corner on lap number 3. Second, 72, Ben Drake, Marcus Phillips in 3rd, 1-1-3, Nick Downs. Mancalo in 4th, and the change of position for 2nd place there, as Hilton has got problems going up that back straight on the final lap. He's lost that 2nd place position. As 34, Steve Denning comes to pick up the winning race. And problems there for Graham Hilton on that last lap, drops back to 3rd. With 1-3 McDowns in 4th place. A win for number 34, Steve Dowling and Neil Smith. Second, number 72, Glyn Drake, Marcus Phillips. And 3rd, 151, Graham Hilton, Colin Clark. 4th, 1-1-3. Winning time 1 minute 41.61. 1 minute 41.61. Just to let you know, the beer tent is now open, so if you fancy a refreshing pint, the beer tent just behind the announcer's caravan is now open. Race 22, the sponsor is Exhibit Photography. Another heat of the 1000cc sidecar. On the line then for race number 22, the reigning champion Tony Penfold, winner for Syrett. He's back in first place, looking for second place. The bunch up going in to the corner. Terry Nicholas leads him in the corner. Penfold's gone round the outside. Nicholas holds a second. They go up the back straight for the first time. Penfold didn't make the best of starts. Went into the corner. 30's come out first and leads off the back straight on lap number 1. Nicholas looks like holding on to that second place as Penfold leads it. But Nicholas is in second. Martin Cup is in third. 1-1-4 in third. As they go up the back straight once again, Tony Penfold, Steve Fish pulling away then from Terry Nicholas and Michael Raymond in second place. Martin Cup, Robin Gear in third. As they complete lap 2 then, it's definitely Martin Cup and Robin Gear getting closer in that third place. He's looking for second place. Terry Nicholas making a move going up the back straight. They come alongside Terry Nicholas. These two locked together going up the back straight to scrap for second and third. But Terry Nicholas again back through on the inside. Martin Cup again comes round the outside of that pits corners. Tony Penfold leads him. Martin Cup has now gone through the second, relegating Terry Nicholas to third. We've got 1-4 still in fourth place as Tony Penfold clear going up the back straight for the final time then. Martin Cup now consolidating that second place. Terry Nicholas back in the third place position as number 25, Tony Penfold, the 49 second. Terry Nicholas is in third. And we look back for 1-1-4, Chris Downs to come across the line in fourth place. A win for number 25, Tony Penfold, Steve Fish. Second, number 128, Martin Cup and Robin Gear. And third, 142, Terry Nicholas and Michael Raymond. Fourth, 114. Winning time, 1 minute 36.61. Quite a bit quicker there, 1 minute 36.61.